Okay, we are headed to the airport, to DFW, to go to California. We're ready to head out to California. See you guys soon. Shut up, John.
California.
Well, what do you want me to say?
California.
Shut up. What do you want me to say?
Jeez.
You
couldn't
say
have scripted this?
No.
Or
I didn't.
thought about it before you turned the video camera on?
I didn't. What do you want me to say? You say it then.
We're headed out to California.
California. Bye, guys. See you soon.
Well, Jen, are you getting your Zen on?
Yes.
So what's this do for you?
It is healing. The ions, something, the sounds, the feet in the sand actually helps my RA a lot. And my stress level. Anxiety just floats away.
Okay.
You gotta see the waves. That's what does it.
So I don't understand how this helps us resell.
It will. It will. Oh, seagull.
The seagulls here are fat.
They are. They must get
Like real fat. I'm afraid to get dirtied by one of them. It'll probably knock me out. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a big bird. Look at him. He's cute.
for those of you that are landlocked, hopefully this gives you some sense of peace and calm. So while in California, we're actually in Fountain Valley in Orange County, and we've never been to Savers. Weird wife. So we hear about Jack and Ryan going there. We also hear Lori Tata going there. So we've never been, so we're going to check it out. Hopefully we have some good finds that we can resell.
I didn't realize that Savers was had something to do with the American Red Cross. Apparently it's their donation center. I see that on the wall. So
there you go.
interesting.
Yep.
Let's check it out, guys.
You want to take the card and I'll take the card?
Sure. Where to start? Let's start with shoes. Expensive. Actually, a lot expensive. More than I want to spend. Lounge fly bags are like $39.99. That's interesting. On this guy. So you're checking out games? Okay. I went to, I got a lot of backpacks at lounge spot, but they're like $40. So I was like, casual. Interesting. To look at here.
So while Jenn was looking at clothes and all that kind of stuff, I was over in the games area, the board games, just checking out some of the stuff that they had and looking on eBay for comps. Now this one I was looking at was sealed with a warped box, but there were open boxes at Savers. So one of the problems is having to look through and make sure that it's a complete game. And I looked at other comps to see what the shipping was, and I just didn't feel like I was going to get my money's worth, even though the games there were between $2 and $5. So, you know, I spent a lot of time there, and then I moved on to a different part of the store to check out their other hard goods.
Okay, quick car chat. What'd you think of Savers?
There was a lot to look at. It wasn't enough time. We were in there for an hour and a half. It wasn't enough time to look at everything.
We totally ran out of time, and now we're running late to what we need to do next. And we've been at the beach today, so excuse me, I look scary.
Now we got to do the obligatory family stuff, who we love, obviously.
Well, I was going to say what I thought about Savers.
Yeah.
I think that the prices, for the most part, are too high.
Yeah, but we're in Southern California.
I understand that, but they're probably pretty much the same at all Savers. I don't know. I mean, I have, maybe not. Maybe it is too high here. I'm not sure. But they had a Loungefly 100-year brand new Disney backpack, which I thought would probably, you know, the little small one, thought probably would be a really good deal. We looked it up, and it could be up to $90, but they wanted $40 for it, $39.99, but for the most part, I mean, we saw one that sold for $38.99 on or $32.99 on eBay, so we're kind of like,
hey,
no,
we lost money.
Hey, we lost money, right? So, you know, the clothes were a little bit steep on the prices. I think they'd make a lot more money if everything was $10 or less. Just my...
And then they'll have to close their store because, you know, this area is pretty expensive.
I mean, I bought a little Patagonia jacket, and we'll show you guys what we got. We'll do a little haul, but it wasn't, I really didn't find anything that magnificent. I did buy a few things that, if they don't sell, would be something that somebody would want in our family. Like I bought a PlayStation sweatshirt, which we're not going to sell. We'll just give that to our son because he would want it. It's like PlayStation Japan or whatever.
Yeah, because he's a nerd.
Yeah, he's a nerd. He's a gamer. And then I got a Patagonia little zip up hoodie, and it was $14.99. I just felt like it was too much. But some of the sweatshirts were like $17.99, and they weren't even anything worth anything. So I really felt like, you know, it's probably, we went there because we've never been there before. It was an interesting experience. There is a lot to look at. The possibility of finding something to make good money off of, though, in my opinion, is kind of slim. But that's my personal opinion.
Well,
if you
not
guys,
necessarily a reseller honeypot.
no, definitely not. But if you guys have a Savers, tell us what you think about it, and let us know if you shop there and if you find deals. It could just be where we are that the prices are so high. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure.
Well, if
But
you're
anyway.
a thrifty consumer, those prices are good. But as a reseller,
Yeah, no. I'm talking about resellers.
Right.
So anyway, we'll
yeah,
catch
but we're all about the thrifty thing, you know.
Right. If you're looking for yourself, yeah, it would save you money. But overall,
And the store was really clean. It was very organized.
It was very organized. I do
Yeah.
like the way they had it set up. I thought it was really, really cool.
So if you're wanting to save on, you know, money and you're working within a budget, that's a great place to go.
Sure. Anyway, we will get back with you guys later, whatever we're doing next time. So we'll talk to you soon.
All right, so breaking down the haul from Savers, Jennifer picked up this PlayStation hoodie. Very nice for $7.49. Now, more than likely, we're going to probably end up giving this to our kid. I think it's a size medium. But if we were to sell this, probably get around at least probably $25 to $30. And we've got a Patagonia full zip hoodie, long sleeve, and this was $14.99. So yeah, Savers wasn't cheap by any stretch. And it is a size extra large. So we should be able to sell that. I mean, at $14.99, should be able to sell that between $35 and $40, I would imagine. And then we've got a Collezione Leonardo sweater for $7.99, and it's an extra large. Don't have a clue about this brand. Well, what brands do I really have a clue about? Not clothes. And then the last thing that she picked up was, I think this is a cocktail dress. Very cute. And the brand is Unique Vintage. It is a size medium, 6 through 8. So you got your spaghetti straps and this elastic bodice thingy with these mushrooms on it. So it was 12 something, $12.79. I have no idea what this will actually sell for. And then what I ended up getting was hard goods, because that's what I do. I actually found a couple of these Logitech K350s for $6.99. And these are actually highly desirable for gamers. Spend a lot of time on their computers. And the only thing about these that I didn't see is where the USB little plug goes into. Because in the battery area, there's this little thing that's got a little cover on it, and if I peel that back, there's not a USB port. So it's a USB dongle that's supposed to connect to this. But supposedly, this is able to Bluetooth to a computer. So if I can make sure I research this right, these should sell for about $35 or more a piece. None of the games panned out, but I ended up getting this Magnet School. Looks like a lunchbox. And it's got all these letters with the magnets on there. And this has got basically every letter and then plus some, but I think it's missing one letter. And even with that, I saw what sold on eBay selling for around $35, and this cost me $4.99. So 35 bucks plus shipping, you know, it's a decent return. The last thing I got was this Sony digital frame. Now this is an earlier iteration of it, about 2010 I believe is when this was made, and I got it for $15.99. What's interesting is I have not been able to find this exact model either listed on eBay or sold on eBay, at least in the past 90 days. But there are no listings that I could find for this DPF XR100. So obviously it's not going to have the modern features where you can just have an app and shoot pictures over to a digital frame that's far, far, far away that's connected to Wi-Fi. But this should come in pretty handy for those that don't really need Wi-Fi, that just want to load their videos and pictures on this thing. So, and I think I saw these, it should sell probably about $65 to $80. And the only thing about this one is it comes with a European plug. So I'm going to have to get an adapter for the American market. So it depends, if I sell it internationally, maybe not that big of a deal, but an American adapter should run under 10 bucks. So that's what we ended up getting. Again, we didn't spend a whole lot of money at Savers or get a lot. Now, how did we get all the way over to California and bring this stuff back? So my previous life, I used to travel quite a bit. And, you know, I was a frequent flyer on American Airlines. So I ended up having enough miles that both Jenn and I could fly first class. And that's really good because the seats are a little bit wider. You have more leg room, and obviously you get catered to, right? So we had nice meals. Put a picture up here of one of them. You get real silverware, real glass. You don't get the plastic cups. We had heated nuts, which was like, oh, this is kind of nice. So all in all, it was a good way to travel. Now, I didn't have enough points for free rental car, but I had enough that I could redeem 2 free days. So we were there for a total of 3 full days, and it only cost me, I think, $82. You know, that's plus tax for a rental car, which was really nice. And then for the hotel, I actually went on Priceline.com and found a Fairfield Inn, which is close to where my mother resides at a senior assisted living care facility, as well as being pretty close to my aunt and uncle and cousins and everything else. So the real reason we actually flew over there was because several months ago, my brother received a match on his 23andMe DNA testing. This match was so high that it was for a half sibling. Now, I'm going to post a picture of me and my siblings, but basically the oldest one is my older half-sister, June, is from my mother. And then there's me. There's my younger brother, James, younger sister, Jeanette, and then the youngest sister, Jennifer, who actually passed away years ago from toxemia and all this kind of stuff. And that's a whole other story in and of itself. And then I have a younger half-brother from a different mother, Joe. So there's really the 6 of us, right? And so how could we have a half-sibling? Well, she actually is a half-sibling on my mother's side. So that means that there is another child. We weren't aware of that. So, and my mom is at a state where her memory is not so good, and her vision is not so good. And she's actually had some health issues, as well as some falls, that has been an issue for her, where she's had to get medical attention, heal, recover, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what actually happened just recently, is she fell off the side of the bed and hurt her hip and had to go to the hospital and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, she's back in the assisted living facility, and this new half-sister, her story is that at 2 weeks old, she was found on the steps of City Hall in Seoul, South Korea. And she was, I guess, taken to an orphanage, and it wasn't very long afterwards that an American family came and adopted her and moved her from Korea to Northern California, where she was raised. And she had a great life. When she got married, she eventually relocated to Florida. So, as it turns out, my brother is communicating with Lori. Lori was going to be in Northern California visiting her niece Jenny, as well as other family members. So the timing was right that we could all converge. Now, myself, James, and Jeanette all live in Texas, and my sister June lives in California. My brother Joe lives in Korea. So again, we're scattered. We're all over the place. But so anyway, the timing was right. We all were able to meet in Southern California and get to know one another. And Lori made the long drive from Northern California to Southern California with her niece Jenny, and we got along great. I mean, it was an incredible union of additional family. But my mom's health isn't in the very best, and she's getting to a place where her memory isn't so good. She doesn't remember a lot of key things. She knows who I am. She knows, who my brother and sisters are, but she doesn't remember things from the past as well as she should. We thought, wow, what if our newfound half-sibling were to meet our mom? Would there be any kind of recognition in her face? And, well, the thing is, my mom has also got horrible vision. She has glasses that she refuses to wear, but even so, you have to get real close for her to be able to make out any features. So when this new half-sibling met her, my mom could not take her eyes off of her. You could tell she was studying her face. And I don't know if there was any kind of recognition or memory, because if she would have known her, I mean, how are you going to remember something from 60-something years ago, if that was her baby that she left on the steps of City Hall at 2 weeks old? And, it's wild. So anyway, we had a great connection. And then, of course, we had basically a reunion with the family that lived there. We haven't seen them for years, so it was a really great time to get together. We've made new connections. Our family has grown quite a bit, and there's a whole lot more family to get to know on Lori's adoptive family side. If there's any more to the story that unfolds, I mean, if you're interested, I'll share it with you in the future. But if not, hey, that's something, right? When we left California, it was kind of sad because I have so much family there, but at the same time, we had to get back home. So we get back home, and, welcome back to reality, right? No more beach, no more sunshine, no more palm trees. Got to get back at it. So since being back, I actually was sick for the first couple of days back. I don't know if it was jet lag or what it was, but just couldn't do anything. And then Jenn had to get her pre-op done for her gallbladder removal surgery. She had her surgery, as a matter of fact, just yesterday. So she is recovering, and she can't really move around. If you've had it, if you know, you know. So I'm having to take care of her there. We apologize that it's been a minute since we've published a video, and we've promised that we're going to give you more content different kinds of content. So let us know if there's an area that you want us to focus on, and we'll be happy to try to accommodate you. I know I got to play babysitter to my wife, caretaker, but I'm also going to be babysitting my other grandson tonight. I mean, Jack is with his dad this weekend, but my daughter has a date with her husband, and my granddaughter is going to be taken care of basically by her grandmother on the dad's side. And so I get the privilege of taking care of my grandson tonight, as well as taking care of Jenn. So a lot of prayers appreciated as we get through this, and where I can get off my duff and actually start listing all this stuff. You can't see it from here, but I'll insert a video from our security camera in the office so you can see we got a lot of stuff. If you have any questions or comments, obviously put them in the comments box below. And if you want a link to any of the materials, shipping supplies, or whatever that we use, those will be in the description box of this video. And if you haven't subscribed and you like this content, please do so. It's free. It helps us out, as you know, and we so much appreciate it. And thank you for all of you new subscribers. We're close to 1,000. And I know there's probably that hump that we have to get over to get to 1,000. So again, if you want to like, share, and subscribe, do what you do. Thank you so much. But until next time, you keep thrifting and have a nice day. Bye.